You just got your rent increase notice. Again, 1850 to 2025. And you're sitting there thinking, well, at least I'm not house poor like those idiots who bought in 2021. Wrong. You've been mathematically scammed, and I'm about to show you exactly how. Look, I know what you've been told. The influencers with their Patagonia vests and index fund spreadsheets have been whispering in your ear, just rent and invest the difference, bro. But you're not investing the difference, are you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's run the math that nobody wants you to see. Meet Raj. He rents a decent 2-bedroom apartment for $1,800 a month in 2026. Meet Priya. She buys a similar place with a $250,000 mortgage. Her monthly payment, $1,850, almost identical to Raj. Now, let's time travel. Year 1, Raj's rent goes up 4%. Now he's paying $1,872. Priya, still $1,850, because she locked in a 30-year fixed mortgage. Year 5, Raj is now paying $2,189 per month. Priya, still $1,850. Year 10, Raj's rent, $2,664. Priya's mortgage, you guessed it, $1,850. By year 10, Raj is paying $814 more per month than Priya. That's $97.68 extra per year. That's a used Honda Civic every single year. Year 20, Raj is paying $38.81 per month. Priya, still $1,850. Your landlord gets a raise every year. You get a pay cut. That's the game, and you're losing. Now, here's where it gets filthy. Let's talk about the one thing the rich know that you don't: leverage. If you want to buy $200,000 worth of Apple stock, how much do you need? $200,000. If you want to buy a $200,000 house, how much do you need? With an FHA loan, $7,000, 3.5% down. You control a $200,000 asset with $7,000. Now let's say that house appreciates 4% per year. That's $8,000 in year 1. Your $7,000 just made you $8,000. That's a 114% return in 1 year. You didn't make 4%, you made 114%. That's leverage, baby. The stock market doesn't let you do this. The bank won't lend you $193,000 to buy Tesla shares, but they will lend it to you to buy a house. This is how generational wealth is built. The rich use debt as a tool. You've been taught to fear it. Meanwhile, Raj, our renter, has zero equity, zero leverage, and zero appreciating assets. He's paying his landlord's mortgage with leverage. Okay, so you're convinced. Nick, I should buy. Wrong again. Don't go buy a suburban single-family home and become house poor. Here's the actual move: house hacking. You buy a duplex, a 2-unit property. You live in one side, you rent out the other. Let me show you the math. Purchase price, $300,000. Down payment, 3.5% FHA, $10,500. Monthly mortgage, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, $2,300. Now you rent out the other unit for $1,400 a month. Your actual housing cost, $2,300 minus $1,400 equals $900 a month. You just cut your housing cost by 60%, while Raj is paying $1,872 and climbing. But here's the kicker. Every month, you're building equity. Your tenant is paying down your mortgage. In 10 years, Raj has spent $262,000 on rent. He owns nothing. You've spent $108,000 out of pocket. You own a $360,000 asset, assuming 3% appreciation. Raj's net worth from housing? $0. Your net worth from housing, $360,000 asset minus $240,000 remaining on the mortgage equals $120,000. Plus, you lived cheaper than Raj the entire time. You didn't just save money, you printed money using someone else's rent check. Okay, so you're convinced. Maintenance costs. Yeah, stuff breaks. Budget $200 to $300 a month. You're still ahead of Raj. What about property taxes and insurance? Already included in that $2,300 mortgage payment. Genius. I'm not an idiot. What if the market crashes? Then Raj is still paying $2,664 a month and owns nothing. You're paying $900 a month and have an asset. Who's really screwed? Even people who bought at the peak in 2006 recovered by 2016. Meanwhile, Raj paid rent for 10 years and got zero back. I don't want to be a landlord. Cool, stay poor. I'm kidding, kinda. Look, managing one tenant in the unit next door is not hard. You're not running a 50-unit complex. You're collecting one rent check. If that's too much work, hire a property manager for 8 to 10% of rent. You're still ahead. Here's the truth they don't want you to hear. The system is designed to keep you renting because renters stay broke. Renters don't build wealth. Renters don't pass anything down to their kids. Homeowners do. But here's the thing. I'm not telling you to go buy a $500,000 single-family home in the suburbs and become house poor. That's a trap too. I'm telling you to buy strategically. Buy a duplex. Live in one side, rent the other. Let your tenant pay your mortgage. Build equity while living for cheap. In 10 years, Raj will have spent $300,000 plus on rent and own nothing. You'll have spent half that and own a $400,000 asset. You'll have $150,000 plus in equity. Raj will have zero. That's the difference between playing the game and getting played. Look, I get it. Buying feels impossible. The down payment, the commitment, the fear. But renting guarantees you stay stuck. Buying, correctly, gives you a shot. So, stop listening to the Patagonia Vest influencers who've never bought a property. Stop believing the lie that renting is freedom. Broke is not free. Go find a duplex, run the numbers, make the move. Or keep paying your landlord's mortgage. Your choice.